Hi, I'm Maureen. Welcome back to the studio. Today I'm painting a winter watercolor landscape, and I'm going to use permanent masking fluid and Elmer's glue as my resist. So let's just jump right in.
Permanent masking fluid from Winsor Newton. I'm using Q-tips to apply it and just kind of smearing it on in the areas that I plan on making sure that there is snow there. Although really this is probably unnecessary, but I do want to use this stuff up. I don't generally use it at all. But I'm just going to kind of put some on there and see how it works. I tried splattering a little bit. That didn't work with the Q-tips. Still trying it, but that part didn't really work out, and you don't really see the effect of it later in the painting. Next, I'm coming back with the Elmer's glue, and I'm just putting it on as my edging, snow edging on the branches of the trees. I'm not really totally following any drawing there. I'm just kind of making it up as I go, drawing as I go. And having a little fun with it. I haven't used this method before, so it should be interesting to see how it works. Now, I found some of it was a little bloppy. As you can see, I have a lot of like spots and dots there, and I felt that some of them weren't so good. So I came back with a palette knife to kind of spread some of those out to kind of obliterate some of them. Because they are on top of the watercolor pencil, they're picking up the color, they're dissolving some of the color, and so they're taking on a little bit of color of their own, which is a little bit of an interesting effect. I probably should work with that a little bit later. So everything's dried up, and I come back with some water and my big brush, and I am putting down some Purple Lake, I believe this is Cotman color. Either that, oh no, wait, this is alizarin crimson probably. And it's too pink to be the Purple Lake. Anyway, and then that's cobalt blue and some cerulean blue. And I'm just putting down a lot of color and a light wash. This is the background atmosphere color of this painting. And having some fun with that. I kind of sped this area up a little bit so that we wouldn't spend too much time on this. Okay. Then we're going to let that dry, and I'm going to come back with a Winsor blue, which is a darker blue, and I also think it's a much colder looking blue. And I'm mixing it in with that red that I'm using a little bit. This is regular speed, so you can see how really slow. Okay, now I'm going to come back with ink. And this is not, it looks like India ink, but it is not. It is not waterproof. It's water-soluble ink. And it's really like a thin version of black paint. But I like it in that it is very liquid and light, actually, and it is easy to move around with. You can see how it's flowing. And I'm coming back now with granulation medium because I'd like some of it to be granulated, to be grayer This is, again, still the background feeling of this painting. And I'm putting on the granulation medium. The brush is too small, so I get frustrated and I just pour some on over there. And it did make a nice granulating effect. And then I take the board and I am just moving this around to see the effect that I'll get with it. And it's kind of fun to see what happens. And then add a little more of the granulation medium. Hey, if it looks good once, it's look even better again. I guess you could probably do that with water, but I'm using the medium because I think it does kind of break up the paint a little bit, granulates the paint, it makes it a little grittier looking, which I think will be a nice effect in this particular painting. And I'm going to soften that drip there. I don't like just that straight line going off the page. So we're done with that part, and I'm going to come back while it's still a little damp and foreground. Blot some of the edges. I don't want all my edges to be so sharp. Drawing them over the water. And some of the paint. What will be my water there? I'll lift up some of the paint. Kind of help the atmosphere a bit there. Now it's dried, and I'm coming back with and I'm adding a bit of the angular brush. The paint I'm using is Payne's Gray, and there's some you can see there are two blue blotches of black. Very dark. It looks black here, but you'll see that it really is snow. There is some black. I do have black on the palette. This is black watercolor, but it has a lot of blue in it. And now I'm adding these. I'm working on the water now, and I've come back to one of the splotches, and I have kind of made it into a log or something back there. It'll be a log when I get done with it. Now it's some kind of dark shadow. I'm also splashing some of the gray water on there. These are kind of the leaves that show through. Coming back with the dark blue again for my trunks and branches. They're coming through the snow. Now I'm using the sponge, and I am sponging on again the dark blue with the Payne's Gray, a little bit black in it, and these are the near dead leaves that might still be on the branches, and the little twigs that we kind of see as kind of a haze. I'm going to paint snow with the gouache. I'm going to splatter it on. And because the paint is wet, you can see it kind of melts into some of the wet paint there. Painting the more snow on. I felt that I had, well, you can see some of the areas of the marks made with the glue that are coming through. I felt that the trees needed more intense snow. I'm putting some snow on the water. It's the ice, you might say, and you can see that I have worked on that back splotch, and it's now it's softer, and it has more of a feeling maybe of wood or something in there. And I just keep painting the details in until I'm satisfied with it. I'm coming back with some gouache here in the foreground. The foreground was too pink. I felt it was too much of a color of the sky. The snow will be reflective, but it was too much of the color. It needed some more gouache there. And we add some of that. And now I'm coming back and adding more little twigs and branches. I'm using my liner now and just having some fun with that. This is my branch that I'm creating here. I want it to be dark, but I want it to also have the feeling of snow on it, so I'm coming back with the gouache, trying to tuck it into the snow a bit. Yeah, I'm noodling around here still. And that said, it's time to sign my name here, so I'm going to sign it. But even after I signed it, I felt that there were some other things I wanted to do. So of course I kept painting. I felt that there needed to be some more of these branches over the water. It was too abrupt a change there between the woods, and so I put some darker shadow there between those two trees. Now once I do that, I'm going to come back with the gouache because they need a little bit of snow on them. So we're going to add that. And we also need some of the snow-covered twigs or grasses. And so we're going to put some of that detailing in. I'm using the sponge to put a little more of kind of a softer feeling of this grassy underbrush that's has and I also wanted to soften that branch over there a bit. This is all fresh snow, then I'm adding snow to a branch, some snow in the way in the background. I felt it needed something back there. And I'm going to do a little bit more to the water. this is my painting. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge out that one line there right above my signature. I want to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed my video, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. I'm happy to answer questions or interested in hearing your comments about it. If you like this video, let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye now.